Welcome to RSFFL Live. Here we are live for the playoff edition. I said playoffs? Yeah, the playoffs. All right, the playoff edition of our great show. I mean, I'm excited. I'm sure that most of the league's excited. Even the guys who aren't in the playoffs, I've been hearing some things they're excited, all right? But just before we get this show started, before we get to our sponsors, before we get to what we're actually going to do today, we just have one thing we want to do because I know it's very intense, and I know everybody's ready over here in the Coaches Cadets headquarters, which is where we are now. But just to kind of, hey, sometimes you can't put into words, all right? Sometimes you got to do some other things. Pause, all right? Just pause for one second moment, fellas. Let's get your mind right, all right? Get your mind right. Playoffs! Some things you just can't see, all right? You don't need to see anything. You don't need to hear anything. Sometimes you just got to close your eyes, get your mind right, all right? Get your mind right. Think about your opponent, all right? Think about what you got to do on Thursday night, on Sunday night, on Monday night, all right? You only get one shot, all right? You get one shot. This is your shot. You got a 3-week span. Hey, it's that time, baby. You hear the music. It's time, baby. It's playoff time. I hope your minds are right. I know everything's great. The office is going crazy. Everybody's going crazy. Are you ready for some football, all right? Let's get this show started, all right? Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. All right, hey, guys. Welcome back, man. We just felt like we had a need because we know we've talked to a few owners, and we just through the chat, we can just feel it. I mean, playoff time's here. I mean, you only get this opportunity once, but you got to enjoy the moment, all right? You got to enjoy the moment. That's what we're preaching here at the Coaches Cadets. Just enjoy the moment, man. Enjoy every day, every meeting, every film session, every practice. And then when you get on that field, man, you just got to let it all out. Pause. All right, and let's get a quick shout out to our sponsors. All right, as we always do. I want to welcome all our folks over at Mountain Dew. All right, just do the do, just do you, not do the do, just do you. All right, however you got to the playoffs, you do what you did. All right, whether you're 8-5, ground and pound, didn't score any points, but you just won games, just win games. Whether you dominate the league again, guys. Whatever you got to do, just do you. All right. A special shout out to our guys over at Hennessy, okay? Our guys over at Hennessy, all right? And this is not a shout out to the guys who are losing. This is going to give a shot, literally a shot, like a shot it up as a celebration, all right? That's for our guys over at Hennessy today. Special shout out to our guys back here at Sony and Bio, all right? Special shout out back to them. Those guys are being back on us for the playoffs. They know that we're going to have a lot of audience. They just want to get a piece of that, all right? And then a special shout out to our guys over at Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, all right? A special shout out, 106 years, all right? First fraternity, all right? You know, do what we do, all right? Hello, all right? And let's get started with the show, guys. And to get started with the show, let's get in right into real quick, just a brief look back at the last week of the regular season. It's an interesting week, a fun week. Just to look back, excuse me, you need to get prepared a little better. Cellar Dwellers and High Flyers real quick. The Cellar Dwellers, we have some very familiar faces. And, I just don't think when the playoffs are coming near, you should be anywhere near the Cellar. But ground and pound, it's 3 weeks in a row in the Cellar. But, hey, it's a clean slate. What can you say? Also, the boss of all bosses, and these are just familiar names and faces. And, I guess that's why they're not in. All right, and the High Flyers, this is where you want to be at this time of the year. All right, but you want to continue it. All right, Coaches Cadets, hello. The second highest point total of the season with 150. Shout out to all aboard, had a 160 back in week 6. But hello, and also SWAT Kings. It's the matchup of this week. They had 109, the other High Flyer. But congratulations to those guys, and guys, get out that Cellar, man. Or, boss, you got a whole year to think about that Cellar. Maybe you can make some noise in the consolation bracket. And let's do a quick Hennessy. Let's do a quick Hennessy shot, not shout, shot out to the other 5 teams that clinched the playoff berths last week, or 2 weeks ago, I believe. 2 weeks ago, not last week. Let's get a Hennessy shout out. Hello to Wham Bam, thank you, Cam. Okay, hello. Not only did you clinch, all right, but you went ahead and clinched the division, the East Division. Congratulations on that. Give a shout out to SWAT Kings. Congratulations on clinching your number 3 seed in the playoffs. Shout out to Albany Pyros. Congratulations on clinching their number 4. Let's give a Hennessy shout out to Ground and Pound already made it. All right, let's give a Hennessy shout out to the Coaches Cadets. Hello, we're here. We're here now. All right. Let's give a Hennessy shout out to the Hen Dog Sushi Smackers, the defending champions. You always have that eye on those guys. Pause. All right, and then a Hennessy shout out to They Say Who That. Congratulations for securing that 8th seed. All right, and the last thing we'll do. I mean, we had one other team that we haven't mentioned who hasn't got in, who hasn't been on the gone fishing or anything yet. So we got a shout out to Jimmy Lane, the commissioner of the NAA. This is where we got this idea from. So we're not going to quite go fishing, but we're going to say...
What? Toodaloo, motherfucker.
Toodaloo. Toodaloo, Team Will Pauls. All right, congratulations. You talk all that Smith. You think you're the hardest work and the best, but you just didn't make it this year. Good luck next year. Good luck in basketball, all right? Hello. All right, so now let's get to what we all been waiting for, guys. I mean, there's no standings. There's no RSFFL, rock stars. There's no, there's nothing. You win or you go home, all right? You win and you're in. You lose and you go down to the consolation bracket, which is just a politically correct of saying the losers bracket, all right? Hello, and you can do little wagers, do whatever you want to do in that bracket, all right? But, hey, I mean, it all comes down to now, guys, and let's look at these matchups, okay? And like I said, real quick, we'll run through the seeds real quick. We got congratulations once again to all aboard on the number 1 seed. You clinched actually a playoff spot a few weeks ago. But I want to congratulate you on the number 1 seed and winning the Western Division. All right, hello. Congratulations to Wham Bam, thank you, Cam, for clinching the Eastern Division with the number 2 seed. Hello. Congratulations to SWAT Kings, number 3. Pyros, Albany Pyros, number 4. Ground and Pound, number 4. And Albany Pyros, number 5. Coaches Cadets, number 6. Hen Dog Sushi Smackers, number 7. And They Say Who That, number 8. All right. And what's very interesting about our playoff matchups, guys, is it's East versus West. Every game is East versus West. So the Western won the regular season. Now I think you can kind of root for your divisions now. I mean, just to have some bragging rights. Who's going to have the most teams? Can it be all Eastern, all Western in the Final Four? Won the championship game? It's possible. All right. So let's kind of really see, who's the best of the best. All right. Not only who's the best overall, who's the best of the best. So good luck to all you guys. Hey, special shout out to you Eastern Division guys. Let's get it done, guys. All right. Let's get it done. But let's look at our first matchup. We got all aboard. Number 1 seed versus They Say Who That. Now this is a slowly. I don't know if you guys realize it's coming a little rivalry, man. Every time there's a big week of a big game, it always seems to be these two teams playing each other. It's going to be a good matchup, man. I just can't imagine. What's very interesting about our playoffs this year that I really think top to bottom, there's not really any except, of course, everybody knows the one team, but we'll get to them in a second. It's not really many teams. They're just like, man, I'm glad I'm playing them, or, what. You got to come to play. You got to bring your sack lunch, all right? Early this year, though, all aboard did whip out a can of whoop class on these guys, 160 to 169. Good night. But I will say this is my upset alert, okay? This is my upset alert, the commissioner's upset alert for this week. I mean, They Say Who That. I mean, they've been they got a very explosive lineup. With Drew Brees. I mean, anything can happen. You got Drew Brees, you got Julio Jones, you got Jamal Charles. You got guys who can just really put up numbers, and all aboard has Percy Harvin out for the season. So he's going to have to really answer. And LaShawn McCoy, I don't know if he's playing or not this week. I'm sure they know, but hey, all aboard's going to have to play. But he has been playing. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not the first week that Percy Harvin's been out. It's not the first week that LaShawn McCoy's been out. He's 9-3-1. So he obviously can face adversity. But it is my upset alert. I'm not going to pick any games because I don't want anybody having any issues with Coaches Cadets more than they have already. All right, hello. But I'm not going to pick any games, but it's going to be a great game. This is my upset alert. And I don't think this is just a great matchup for all aboard. Our second matchup, we got, let me get to the quotes real quick, guys. All right. All the boys sent this quote, and we're glad to have had a successful regular season. However, that means jack squat. As of today, we're ready to go through 3 weeks of hell so we can have a full off season in heaven, and it starts with they say who that, and if they ain't ready, all aboard. All right. And they say who that says with regards to my matchup against all aboard over the past couple of seasons, this has become quite the rivalry. Those guys usually talk a good game, but at the end of the day, they said to strap up and hit the field. Pause. And he did say pause, but I will say pause on top of his pause. We have noticed that it's usually when the talk stops. Unlike all aboard, they say who that likes to let our shoulder pads, helmets, and the scoreboard do the talking. So whatever they say, we're looking forward to responding on Sunday. All right? Let the games begin, man. All right, our second matchup, Wham Bam, thank you, Cameron, number 2 seed versus the Hen Dog Sushi Smackers. These are two of our hottest teams, coming into the playoffs. Wham Bam has won 3 in a row. Hen Dogs won 3 or 4. It's gonna be a really good game here, man. Defending champions, they're not gonna go out. They're not gonna go out without a fight. I'll tell you that. Cam Newton is starting to show back up. Hen Dog has DeMarco Murray here. Hello, DeMarco. Shout out to Hen Dog for I sent you DeMarco. Where's Maurice Jones-Drew? Can we get him in the lineup? All right. But here go these quotes here. Let's start with Wham Bam. Weak people talk and do not act. Strong people act and keep quiet. You won't hear much from the Wham Bam Thank You Camp organization till we have a trophy in hand. It's a very humble approach. All right. From the defending champions, it took a slightly different approach here. Quote to Wham. Fuck you. And that's it. 2 different attitudes. Hey, we'll see. All right. Now, the SWAT Kings versus Coaches Cadets. Hello, Coaches Cadets. We're the hottest team in football now, but we might be playing the most consistent team in the league here. But it doesn't matter what we did before. It just matters what's going to move forward. We're running a little low on time here. But this is going to be a great game. The SWAT Kings has the running backs. He has number 1 running back, number 1 quarterback, number 1 defense. And over here, Coach Cadets, we're heavy at wide receiver and tight end. We have a decent, we're trying to get it done every other position. But it should be a very interesting matchup here. Could easily come down to Sunday Night Football with Calvin Johnson, the closer. All right, the Mariano of the fantasy football, RSFFL. All right, quote, SWAT King declined to comment once again. I mean, shows there is focus. And Coaches Cadets, boy, has this been a fun ride. It's not about me as the coach, as the GM, and as the owner, but it's all about these players, our staff, and fans. I mean, we're at the bottom. We were at the bottom. Everybody's throwing dirt on us. We live by the motto, people have done more with less. When everybody threw dirt on us, we shook it off, and we just stepped right up. And here we are, all right? We're at the top of the pit and taking names. Each and every week, we had our eyes set on the top 8 teams and keep fighting until we got there, and we're here. We feel like we're playing with house money, and we have nothing to lose. We aren't supposed to be here. In regards to the Kings, we respect them and what they have accomplished this year, but quite fucking frankly, we don't give a flying fucking fuck about them and what they do this week. It's all about the Cadets. We're going to show them, we're going to show up, and it's on them to match our intensity. Then we will call in our closer, Megatron, Sunday night to close it out. We have room on our bandwagon. Go Cadets. Who's got it better than us? All right. Now the 4 and 5, the Omni Powers ground and pound. I mean, everybody's talked Smith about ground and pound all year, and he's lost 3 games in a row, lost his Eastern Division title, but he's also said that he lost on purpose, just so he doesn't have to play some teams at the bottom. I don't know. With all the Pyros are one team in the league, it's only scored on 100 twice this whole year, so I don't know if that's a team you want to play. But anyway, hey, they're playing them, and we'll see, man. I mean, the Pyros beat his class like they stole something back in week 6, 141-75. So the big question of the week, will ground and pound just win? Like he's been saying, all that matters is win, or will he get exposed and we going fishing with the other 4 guys? We'll see. Here's some quotes. We'll start with number 4, ground and pound. I've shown throughout the year who my team was. If it was too hard for you guys to see a winner, I'll continue to show you. Good luck, B-Mo. I don't know if it's scared or if it's a confident. I don't really know. I don't know that tone. All right. But Albany Pyros is clear. Albany Pyros says 2 words. Bye week. Usually the Pyros are very humble. I was very surprised when they sent that quote in. I wanted to make sure that he knew I wasn't asking for a quote for myself, that I was asking for an actual quote to be on record. And he said, hey, this was going on record. So, hey, the Pyros are very confident. I can't really tell where the ground and pound is. I don't know if they're just talking or they're serious. But it's going to be a great week, guys. We got to wrap up the show. Good luck. Hey, win or go home. You win next week, you have an opportunity to win your money back. All right. You win this week, you have an opportunity to win your money back. We got a lot of money on the line, guys. Good luck. I'll see you guys on the field. See you, SWAT Kings. Stuck you.